We got about 700 of you guys last week, so thank you very much for joining in. It's a pleasure joining us this week for week number 2. Harry, we said before, there's so much on the line for all these teams. Every game, and more importantly, every map matters.
Yeah, especially when you're Divine Domination, and 99% of the European Halo community almost pretty much guaranteeing Supremacy a win right here. So any maps Divine Domination can take off of Supremacy would be great for them, because like you said, when it comes to the end of the season, potentially a spot of DreamHack might be on the cards if they can take maps off of these top tier competition. And this is absolutely no disrespect to Divine Domination, it's just how good Supremacy really are. And one thing I want to note actually is SLG with the sniper straight away. He actually combat evolved that weapon back to himself, so grabbed up a sticky grenade and made sure he was able to grab that one safe. But we're saying all this stuff about Supremacy, it's actually SLG the last alive for that team. So very good slaying so far from Divine Domination, despite Supremacy trying to pull a capture early.
I like how he's staying alive though. He's standing his ground, Harry. He's getting his teammates to spawn, get the numbers, and then advance. Takes out one. Seeker will fall. Just a really quick shout out in both the chats and everyone out in social media to the French Halo community and the French esports community as a whole, because I tell you what, at Worlds and various other events that we see French teams attending, the scene comes out. They really, the fans support their players, and it's always great to see a community backing its teams, especially when we look over at Mexico. When Mexico teams go to Worlds, the Mexican community, it comes out in full force. So shout out to all the French guys in the stream that are watching and supporting your brethren here.
Can I get an MDR in the chat, please?
Does that mean LOL?
It's the French LOL, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
You believe, so you could have actually said something rude and you don't know.
I hope not. I hope I don't get fired for that. Someone back me up, please.
You can't get fired because you don't get paid in the first place. Anyway, SLG, he's going to fall. That sniper rifle will be taken out of his hands, and thankfully that needs to happen. Solar will be running a flag. And look at them coming off the respawn, but on the other side, Harry, on the opposing side of the map, the flag is also on the move. And in fact, it's not just on the move, it's in the bloody base.
It is in the bloody base, as you say, Sims. Talik has that one, the former coach of Supremacy, coached them at Worlds. And yeah, they still have the sniper in the hands of SLG, which is a good thing for them. If Solar went down right there, SLG actually would have been the last alive. So very important trade there from Solar, which allows his team to come off the respawn. But so far, very scrappy between both these two teams. Nurix grabbing the rocket launcher, but those shots from Solar will put an end to his life. And now with just the last two alive here for Divine Domination, that's going to be the cue for Solar to push in like a vice grip. 3 down. This surely will be the return here for Supremacy.
Excuse me, that's 3 dead. Triple kill comes in. Solar wipes out the enemy team, and all of a sudden Fragger, he's there to call and collect Supremacy. They will go up 1-0 here in this map number 1, Coliseum CTF. Solar though, straight up man of the hour for that one, Harry.
Yep, Solar, just the point man. He really just allowed the team to push in based on that one big play. And yeah, when you've got a player like Solar who has come under the caution, so far in the Pro League, fair enough, we're only 1 week in, but Solar really didn't have a great performance last week against Invictus, and who can blame him, really? I mean, Invictus were such a tough matchup for them. The 2-shot beatdown not actually coming off there for Seeker, and look at this flag run right here from Fragger, identifying that the players were spawning cave, decided to run this down low, and this really should be 2-0 here for Supremacy as the slays come in as well. Yeah,
he's getting tagged up from the left, but he's got his teammates there to help him out. He'll bag that one, and there you have it, 2-0. In less than 4 minutes, and they're running a third one, Harry. Easy kill coming out of Fragger, hits the hot 5, straight down. He will get transferred back. That flag's going through the window, looking for a smash and grab. 3-0, GG no re-Supremacy saying welcome to the Pro League, my French brethren. That is a great way for them to start the day.
This is more like it. Supremacy are like, right, Pro League broadcast running a little bit late. Yeah, let's catch them up sometime. 3-0. What was that?
Well, they're an hour ahead, so like
4 minutes.
I do not want to be playing very long.
Oh, the French breadstick.
Oh,
oui.
Talik? Talik?
You okay?
Wake up.
You okay, hon? You need a moment.
Feels bad, man.
It does feel bad, but SLG 10-3. So nice it rhymes. SLG 10-3. SLG 10-3.
There's no crowd here this time.
No.
If there were a crowd here supporting the chant,
it, definitely.
It would, yeah. Banging crowd as well for everyone that came to the last finals. They did indeed start chanting. Let's take a quick look at the objective, Harry. We might be throwing him under the bus with the breadstick at the bottom, but
Fragger,
it may have been
what's this
doing.
damage right here, Fragger?
Hey, the man was capturing
Ah,
flags.
come on, man.
Ah.
608, you can fire your gun, man. Just lowest in the game.
He's got a flag in his hands. He
What are
can't
you
fire the gun. He's concentrating on one other thing.
Oh, he didn't get the most grabs.
But he did get the most captures.
I guess.
Come on, don't
All
try.
right.
You've already thrown Talik under a bus. Don't lob Fragger there as well.
It's an objective goose from Talik, so the breadstick's inexcusable. If I get Talik on my team in matchmaking and he does that, I'm mad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not mad. You're just disappointed.
I'm not upset.
Well, you know what? He's still got an entire best of 7 to make up for it. We are rolling into game number 2, and as we did just see before, Supremacy showing why, as Harry mentioned, they are without a doubt.
Get this tweet off my screen. Get this tweet off my screen. Get this tweet
Halo and
off
watching
my
HCS.
screen.
But man, you make it so much more enjoyable to watch. Best commentator ever. Well, thank you so much, Thatch. 2639. I hate reading things like that. Production team prefer Harry though. Just saying.
See, I get tweets like that all the time in my inbox, but I don't go back to production and ask them and bribe them to put them on screen. I get them all the time. People are like, at Wonderboy Halo, you're the best. I love you. Your hair is great. I get that all the time.
Mark Dunn. Sorry. I'm real. Oh, I feel so bad now. Mark, I love you. On set, I absolutely... I love you to death. We know. I was talking to him earlier on. Sorry. I feel bad now.
Jeez. I don't want to look at you right now.
Why could you laugh?
Yeah.
Big shout out to our boy on set out there. Obviously, those guys all chant and banter together. It's yeah, we're a team over here in Europe. Next map will be Regret Team Slayer. Will it be the same story as previous? Obviously, Supremacy, as we mentioned, Harry. You said they're a top 3 team. You're still shaking it. He really disgusted
you
that
cut
one.
him deep. I just feel so bad for him.
Dude, have you seen this? He makes up for it in muscle, all right? He will literally beat the hell out of me.
He will.
He
Next
will.
time he sees you...
Probably shouldn't have to talk about him on his back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You're dead. Half from Nando's will be fine.
Yeah.
He makes up for everything.
He'll be fine.
Other chicken meats are available.
Of course.
Game 2 then, Harry?
Peri Peri. It's going to be.
He's not in Pro League anymore.
It's going to be a Peri good series. Get it? Because it's.
Carry on.
It's like very.
Let's carry on.
It's
Game 2.
like Peri.
Give me your stats and shut
up. So yeah, the thing with Halo Data Hive, and we talk about them a lot, right? Great site, awesome. The one kind of problem I have with them is the fact that this Supremacy roster, unchanged from Worlds, all the data that we have on these game types still have like map data from the old settings, right? Which clearly the gameplay's a lot more different now.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you can't really take them into account. So that's the one kind of problem I have with Halo Data Hive. Outside of that, they're fantastic. If you're interested, combined with the old settings, Supremacy actually only have a 36% win ratio on this map. Whereas 2D, they're around 50%, 2-2 on the new settings. So yeah, this could be potentially 2D's way back in the series. Nurex especially is a player I want to start off with at the start of this one because he's very able of grabbing the overshield off at the start, but looks like he's going to be beaten by Solar, and yeah, that's not a great start.
I'm blaming you. You cursed him then. Great POV switching, but unfortunately...
He usually is. Every time I play with him in matchmaking, he's grabbing that thing straight away, so yeah, maybe it's Pro League nerves.
Didn't live up to the hype, my friend. Did not live up to the hype, but still, early days, everything's still to play for. 5 kills in it between both teams. Going to go down. SLG working in tandem with a teammate. They're going to try and take control of top mid. 1, 2, 3 members, Harry, of Supremacy. Look at them. They're just like a pack of hungry dogs. They're working together. Talik does pick up a double down in the kill feed, so he at least starts eliminating view from the map. Seeker will pop up. Quick tweet from XL as well, from the organisation. GG to the lads. Let's take a thrilling series, 43 in the end in the HCS EU Pro League. Shout out to XL for picking up a Pro League team as well. So late on into the season, just before it started, grabbed the team that came out of Open Circuit. And obviously now they do have some maps on the board, so we'll see how that sits them at the end of week number 5. Back to this game though. Punisher. Only 1 kill game, Harry. You know, Divinity, they are at least pulling it back a little bit. They've got players top mid now, so they've forced Supremacy out of their pit.
Yeah, and oh, that was almost a stick on his teammate right there. The problem right there for Supremacy is the fact they didn't have anyone top middle. They didn't have anyone up high to contest those players top middle. But as I'm saying that, team captain Norman says, "What's that, Wonder Boy? I'ma just come in and prove you wrong, bro. Don't even worry about it." Now that's top middle control and a base in favor of Supremacy. This is where you'll see the scoreline really start to escalate as SLG is warmed up. No players pushing in too early right there from Supremacy. That's what I'd like to see. Allow 2D to spawn in red and then slay them after they've spawned. That's something we saw XL make a big mistake against the lads in the previous series in this broadcast. very, very well played there from Supremacy, not overextending a little bit too early and collapsing on that base before they needed to.
It really is a good team, and it's such a solid squad, and you know, we see them. What scares me about this roster is when you see them online, and we do know, like, some of the French, they don't have the best connections in the world. Oh. Ooh.
Okay. Radar kid. Radar kid.
Don't cut him like that, man.
He got backsmacked with
That's
overshield.
a bit rough.
He's a radar kid.
Okay, well, I'll let it fly. But as I mentioned, the one good thing about these guys is you see them, and some of them don't have the very best connection in the world. But when these kids go to an event, you see the real fire, the real passion, and the real players. Supremacy is one of those teams. You put them in a LAN environment, and they just come alive. They live off the energy and live off the thrill of the events.
And it's honestly one of my favorite nations to watch at live events. I mean, like you said, they get loud, they get into the game, they thrive in that kind of environment, being able to land every single shot and actually register for them. You're right. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, they play very good fundamental Halo, but sometimes, again, their online connections are not really allowing them to perform as well as they could. But yeah, this Divine team at the moment, though, definitely suffering against this Supremacy squad. That said, though, only down by 5. If they can get some top middle control and start locking Supremacy in bases as Supremacy were doing to them, definitely a way back into this game. 40 seconds around until the next overshield fight. So yeah, Talik there.
Just naded his teammate and then decided to shoot his next teammate as well. Not having the best of series so far, SLG. Plasma Caster in the back pocket. Going to move over Archway. Going to move towards his teammate. He knows his teammate over in red. That's going to be Punisher is left all alone. Gives us some support. We've got Talik upstairs in the attic. But look at the collapse, man. All of a sudden, Punisher's one man on his own. The entire team of Supremacy just come in. Fair enough, they've fallen down, but talk about teamwork. Did he stick? He did.
Yeah, of course. Just SLG things. And now look, they're all trapped in Carbine Tunnel with that caster coming up and the Overshield coming up soon too. So yeah, that's very important slays from Supremacy collapsing on that base, but also the timing of the collapse as well, based on the fact the Overshield was coming up, was very, very clever. You see Fragger start, go down in the kill feed right there. That actually was an Overshield player. So Divine actually doing a very nice job of shutting down Fragger just as he's grabbing the Overshield.
You can see some of these players, they are using the skin. You saw there, SLG with the Optic Gaming skin. Make sure you go and grab some of those skins, guys, from, of course, you can get your favourite teams. There's plenty of them there to get. Instead of getting your old gold packs, we do still have the crowdfunding going down. So when you're buying these rec packs, a percentage is going towards that fund to fund future events. So we've got DreamHack Atlanta coming up. That's going to be one of them already. That's going to be seeing the sights of some of that crowdfunding. So make sure you guys keep purchasing, keep getting stuck in, keep supporting your scene and your players. And hopefully in future we'll be seeing bigger and bigger prize pools. Back to this game though, Harry. Solar with the caster just blocking some players here in red and trapping them. They've got nowhere to go apart from out on the opposing side up blue, but unfortunately when they get there, they're just going to meet his teammates.
Yeah, and this is really well played from Solo. Like you said, just kind of locking those players in. I would have actually liked to see more support there for Solo. Obviously, again, we have to benefit the player outlines, but Solo by himself right there, he really is susceptible to being pushed by Divine Domination. When you have that top control, when you have top middle, you really almost want one player top middle making sure the players can't come out bridge, one player at pink making sure they can't come out that way, and then having those two players kind of around that Carbine side, because you know when the enemy team is locked in a base, they're going to want to try and flood out that Carbine side. 4 down for Divine, 3 kills to go, and yeah, this one's a formality.
Yeah, this is nasty stuff, especially when you've got team captain SLG doing things like that. Seeker comes in, answers back with a double kill of his own. But I tell you what, they are on a knife edge here. One more kill. Punisher doesn't quite find it, unfortunately. They're still in this one. But as they mentioned, they are literally teetering on the edge here. They will not do the comeback. They will, however, grab the OS, but it makes no difference. We see Supremacy claim victory, 50 kills to 37. Supremacy now 2-0 in this best of 7 series. Certainly not as close as what we saw before.
No.
But Supremacy showing exactly why they are, as Harry mentioned, still a top 3 team in Europe.
Yep. Definitely. 16-5 from SLG. 14 assists from Fragger, and honestly, Supremacy, despite only having a 36% win rate on that map, including the old settings, looked very, very well drilled against Divine Domination. If they can put that kind of performance on against the top tier teams and really start having that Slayer under their belt as one of their stronger game types, I really see Supremacy being a contender this season. But the old saying goes in the Halo community, anyone can win a Slayer, so definitely one they need to work on. 70% accuracy for Fragger, by the way. He was a player I mentioned last week that started to shine under these new settings. Obviously didn't have the most consistent performance last week against Invictus. Almost kind of burnt out a little bit towards the end of the series, but he really is one to watch out for. He's started to shine in these settings.
I think that's what I kind of tend to find about both Fragger and also Punisher at times as well. Both, especially Punisher, when he came here for Summer Finals, he was one of my MVPs. Like, every single game, he was just wrecking kids. But they do seem online a little bit inconsistent. You kind of copped for it last week. Fragger, towards the end of that series, just started putting up some nasty negative numbers and some quite appalling figures, to be honest with you. But when he finds his groove, when he's playing and he's on fire and in his zone, so to speak, there's no stopping the man. And as an overall rounded player, support, objective, slaying, he's not the best in any, but he's extremely well-rounded in them all. Yeah,
Stronghold's the rig next. We spoke about it before in the previous series. That Nest Stronghold, something you want to watch out for. Keep tabs on that camouflage, making sure you're timing the scatter shot as well. Very important on this particular map. This is actually one of Supremacy's better game types. This is towards the top end in terms of win rates for them. 62% win rate on this map, including the old settings. Divine Domination have never won this game type. 0-4.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Let's see if they can lock this one down. Kicking things off with Team Captain Talix POV, not having the best of series so far. Starts it off in nice performance. Gets the first strike medal. Will he challenge Solar? He won't, but Solar will challenge him. Hits into the gap. He dies down in white corner. Two of his players are there to try and pick up where he left off. Solar, though, just anchoring around. Catches Nurix turning around over on the head glitch. Two players moving from tower. Chick's going to be spawning as well. All of a sudden, Fragger's there to give his teammates some support. Talik will try to get an eye on him. SLG, Harry, he says, not today, my friend. Get out of there. Chick answers back with a barrel kill.
SLG with the railgun really helps them out right there, but something I really liked out of Supremacy's gameplay right there on the Nest, they identified that is one of the more important strongholds on the map, and very important that they get more than one body in that, because that's going to allow that stronghold to tick up that much faster in your favor. Really not great. Railgun bullets right there from SLG. He went for it.
Spider-Man.
Didn't quite connect with it though, but yeah, a few whiffed railguns on that SLG right there.
I mean, to be fair, when you were looking at him, Harry, there were a few, but he was getting grenaded quite heavily, and the amount of damage that he was receiving. And all of a sudden, as we're mentioning him, he just stands back in the kill feed, picks up a double. Nest will transfer into the hands of Divine.
Yes.
You want to see him get a kill with that, don't you?
Please. I love this weapon, by the way.
Are you speaking to him through mental?
Yep. Me and Norman, we're connected telepathically. He's going to get this kill and then whip out the Needler. Whip it out. What do you do? Okay.
He's talking rubbish.
Broke the bond, I think. My bad.
Oh, well, at least Solar's there to kind of reseal it up as he picks up a triple kill now. Will drop down into BR base. Going to check this one out. As two members of D2, they will be, or 2D should I say is what we're calling him, 2D, they're going to be moving back, they'll get a hold of basement, but here comes the big push from Supremacy, one from the bottom, one through the top. The bottom guy does go down, Seeker's all tagged up as well though, no shields, he'll be lucky to keep his life, which he does actually, so those shields will be coming back. Nurix tries to run away, doesn't stay alive also, and now two members, they can just crush Talik in this corner. He's dead, ground pound, does come out for style points, doesn't find its target. Solar though, the man of the hour this game, Harry, doing some disgusting damage in that kill feed.
Yeah, we'll try to see some more of his point of view, definitely, as he's just coming off the respawn, but the key player right now is Punisher, as he's defending that nest, which is so close to being taken. The reset comes in just before Chick dives in, and if Chick goes down, which he does, that's going to be the nest definitely maintained by Supremacy right there. So Punisher in this kind of key position, this is a really nice position to play with the railgun actually. Surprised to not see him stay there, because that white corner, you can see the nest, you can see the basement, and you can also see the BR base from that position as well. So very strong position on the map. However, he will actually adjust and go around to the BR base. So nice adjustment there from Punisher. And these slays coming in means that Supremacy can push this triple cap. And Punisher doesn't even need to dive into the BR base right there to help his teammates out. He can just rotate around to this nest and make sure that one stays in their favor.
Punisher then, just going to hang about, as Harry mentioned. Will thrust back if he gets... He got 4 bullets off on him while he was no shield, so amazing work. Seeker almost got shown up. SLG will challenge him though.
Okay, alright, we want to see some Seeker POV, alright man, okay, calm down.
He answers back at least, he must have felt a little bit embarrassed, so he's going to grab that kill. Grenade goes down, looking for the hit mark, he's going to get tagged up. 1, 2, 3, 4 members of Supremacy. We can see them on the player outlines. He's going to just kind of revert back, I like that. You might as well rotate back, get your shields back at least. BR base is left uncontested, but those players don't necessarily know that. We do because of the outlines. Now he's in a rock and a hard place. I'm never a big fan of people when, you know, you've got no shields, just kind of hide in that corner because there's nowhere else to go, right? If someone cops you from above, you're dead.
Yeah. And
always try and bail out the back here.
You know as well, if someone's down in contesting that kind of basement area, if you hop in that stronghold and it says contested, you know they're going to be in that corner as well. So yeah, I agree with you. No real point staying in that kind of area when you are no shields. Seeker so far though has been very, very impressive with his shots. Nurix, his teammate, has the railgun, so this is actually a good position for 2D to get themselves back into this game, right? I mean, they're only down by around 40 points. Fair enough, they don't have control right now despite their slays, but if they can start getting the first kill, as Nurix does just there, they actually have 2 players in basement, so all they need to do is kill that player, which they do, and then maintain the nest, and they'll be scoring once more.
Rock and roll then. 22 points to Supremacist 65, 7:15 on the clock, plenty of time. Double kill comes in as well, and the railgun to boot here for Seeker. They're all going to go dive onto that BR base. Can they push the triple cap and start racking up some serious points? He's also, Harry, in a good position to defend Nest and keep this triple cap for a while.
Dude, Seeker is gearing up for a killing frenzy right now. I mean, we've already seen, I believe that's 7 kills in a row, about to be 8 if he can find this player engine 2. He's been a real key player here for 2D, and he's been leading this comeback for his team. If he gets this kill, that's going to be 8 in a row. 2 more and he's on a frenzy. This is a really strong performance, and Supremacy right now with their backs against the ropes. This is going to be another kill. That's actually 10 in a row. I miscounted. He had even more kills than I thought he did. And 2D are right back in this game, slaying Supremacy, keeping them on respawns. They're not allowed to group up. They're not allowed to use their superior teamwork to break out of this setup. Very strong plays there from Seeker.
Finally, they will kill him though and end his life. And here comes the comeback from Fragger, hiding down in Nest. He's also got a person helping him out in basement, and we can see in the player outlines there is nobody else there. Does jump up on the pipe to his right to at least stay out of that grenade a while. And all of a sudden, Harry, they brought this one back. You know, the issue is, though, getting back into the same position they were before, because Supremacy, there is no pushover from these guys. They will give as good as they get, as we mentioned time and time again. Fragger just jumps out onto the pipes, surprises that enemy coming off the respawn over on the BR area, kills him as well, and that allows Punisher just to defend this area, and he's got bullets in the chamber of the railgun.
Yeah, I think Punisher's idea right there was to try and get to that white corner, because he had calls from his teammates saying that they were actually going to come around that kind of area towards the nest. So if he gets the white corner right there, he can definitely take the player out at nest, but wasn't even needed in the end. He did go down though, and now the rail is in the hands of Nurix in the position I was just speaking about. So despite them not having a nest, Nurix definitely has the power position on the map, but Fragger once again quickly shuts him down. Fragger's been very impressive so far this series. Want to see, obviously, as we said before, a little bit more solo POV. But oh my word, the 180 razzle dazzle. Xbox record that. He's gone to his guide and pressed record.
That's exactly what he's done.
Oh my word.
That's exactly what he's done. He's capturing Pro League
See
footage.
you in the montage, boys.
Oh, Fragger sack. Amazing.
That's one for the credits.
That's
definitely
incredible. You called it. He actually did it. That's definitely Xbox record that. Triple cap comes in, 100 points to seal the deal. 62 for Divine. Xbox record that.
I just knew when he was stood still. He had one bullet of scatter shot left, and a player was shooting him in the back. Just turns around, bang. There you go.
I think you had Tom Cruise or something.
Yep.
Steady
Live
on.
action replays from Wonder
Don't
Boy.
go pulling a muscle or something.
Yeah, I actually strained my shoulder.
Go careful. So run me through the kill feed, Harry. What we're seeing here from Supremacy, because there's some big figures.
Yeah, 16 kills from Punisher. Actually, not the most in the game. We saw Sika on a frenzy. 19 and 9 from him, and that really sparked the comeback from 2D. He was pretty much leading the charge from them. It was not only Sika doing the damage during that period though, right? I mean, how many times when we was on his point of view did we see Divine Domination working with him and making players weak for him, particularly when he was pushing the bunker and engine too. So we can't give all the credit to Sika. He definitely had backup from his team, but that frenzy was something special. But play of the game goes to the man at the top of the leaderboard. The 180 scatter shot, last bullet, all weapons, out of ammo, no problem.
10 and 18 coming out of Talek, but when you've got 12 assists there, you know, you're definitely helping your teammates out. Let's have a quick gander at his objective work also and see. I mean, look at that. Seven captures. When you're running around and doing that level of objective for your team, and we did see them, they really brought that one back. They had a chance of claiming victory on that map, and you need someone like Talek who'll do the dirty work, get his hands stuck in, and as you said, pay the price when it comes to statistics. 10 and 18, -8, it's not great, but again, it's not a Slayer matchup, it's a Strongholds game. Game number 4 is about to go live. Could we essentially be seeing another 4-0 sweep? At the moment, it's looking very, very likely, unless 2D can really pull a miracle out of the bag.
A miracle's what's needed, because this Supremacy squad we're seeing so far is just, it doesn't even look like 2D is a threat to them, right? It's almost like they're treating this like it's a matchmaking game, right? You know, there was a period in that rig game, things looked a little bit shaky while Sika was going on his spree, but even when they broke out of that, they never really looked in doubt. And I honestly kind of worry for this 2D team going into the Truth Capture the Flag, because we saw XL in the previous series on this particular game type get 2 flag captures in 40 seconds.
I mean, kind of the way I would kind of pitting this one off to people and where I would kind of expecting is, all right, yeah, this is the 2 best teams in France, you know what I mean? This is the battle of France at the end of the day. It's going to be a good one. But unfortunately, Supremacy is showing why they're a Pro League team, why they're not just a French team, but why they're one of the best teams in Europe.
They definitely are. The man who picked up the camouflage first was Sika, who went on a spree in the last game, but yeah, 2 flag captures in 40 seconds from XL. Looks like we're going to be continuing in the same vein, unless Polo, that's going to be Nurex, can get a pull, which he can't. Punny will finish him off, and Sika's the last alive, will pick up a kill. That's 2 in a row, actually, but what was I talking about? 2 flag captures, 40 seconds. That kind of possibility has gone, but it doesn't look like it's going to be too far. And oh my word, I said I'm worried about 2D on this game side. We could see some French geese off the loose if they're not careful, because right now it's 2-0 in just a minute.
I mean, there's not really a lot that me and Harry can say for this one. The third one's on the move.
Yes.
And he does have some support from SLG. They're going to be running this one. If you're in this position, Harry, let's talk about this a little bit more. We can watch it, but how do you get out of it? How do you stop this?
To stop it, honestly, a lot of the reason that you see these kind of back-to-back captures happen, he actually gets the assist there, is when you don't clear out your own base. So many times in matchmaking, I'll see my teammates just kind of overextend every time. Like, the default decision to make when you are slayed in your own base and you spawn outside in the bubble is overextend to the other team's base. That honestly is not the thing you want to do every single time. Sometimes you really need to clear out your own base, clear out the enemies that are around you, and make sure that you have a safe platform to push from. And unfortunately for 2D, not quite sure if that was the case that time around. I honestly think it was just Supremacy catching them by surprise, but you can see on the player outlines right here, the push from Supremacy definitely heavily stacking on this Carbine side, and Solar is going to be a sneaky beaver below the flag guy right here.
Let's see how this one plays out. Then, as I mentioned, we've got both flags in play. Standoff, one person's going to extend a little bit too far. Solar got a bit too aggressive, though. Fair enough, he didn't realize the second player were there. He may have potentially just chilled and gone down a little bit more. Nice work from at least Chick, though. He's not doing nothing. He's not just... Uh-oh. I'm going to shut up.
Shh. Oh, you didn't see me. Go away. Oh, shame.
He did at least net his own teammate.
He tried.
There was an attempt. There was an attempt, a very scared attempt. But now the flag, unfortunately, speaking about, he's still in there. He's actually brought the flag. Oh, he gets a perfect and a reversal.
Fragger's like, right, lads, you're not doing this properly.
What?
Let me bring the flag over and seal this deal. GG, no re. He brings the flag from his own base and says, you guys are rubbish.
He reversaled him and he perfected him.
Let me show you guys how it's done. Bang, 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 bang. Right, I'm going back this way. You get the recurve, I'll put it in. You guys suck at this. Let me just come on. Fragger's just a living meme this series. He's a memer.
Wow. That's incredible. Did anyone goose?
No.
No one goose.
Shame. Solo almost did.
He got 8 assists.
On the winning team.
Got 8 assists. We'll give him that
much
one.
Damage. 650. This guy sucks. I mean, he's okay. Yeah, that was a quick
Fragger,
series.
you know what? Is that having fun or is that knowing how to get the job done, Harry?
I think that's knowing how to get the job done. I mean, I think that's the kind of play...
Because it's unorthodox as hell.
It's unorthodox, definitely, but that's the kind of play when you just don't respect the other team. That's the kind of play you make when you have that confidence. When you're 3-0 up in the series, you don't look like losing it at all. You tend to make that kind of play. You kind of say, you know what? It's... like, I'm under no threat right here. Even if I die with this flag, we're still going to win this game. That's how much confidence he had in his own performance, and it was perfect. I loved it. There was just so many moments in that series. Just the Fragger, I love you, man. It's just the funniest dude.
What a legend.
Xbox record that and then just picks up the flag. It's like, you could just come on, guys.
You know for a fact that's going to be another Xbox record. That's going to be 2 in a row. So congratulations to Team Supremacy. They prove yet again why they are France's finest, and honestly one of the finest in Europe without a doubt. They are an incredible set of players.
There it was.
Xbox, pause. Yep. Xbox record that.
Button, pressing X.
See, this could have been something special. He actually named his own teammate. he was so scared. He actually he named his. And there's the reversal.
The thing
and then run the flag.
The thing with the nade thing was though is that they hadn't even seen the camo guy at that point. They just knew SLG had it somewhere. He was like, oh god, the baby's coming, jump up. Let me just nade it. Oh god, you got in the way.